मुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। So this is Bhishma Stuti, Canto 1, Chapter 9, Shloka number 40. Is it coming there? Is it switched on? Put it in plug number 1. We can sing this shloka. Lalita gati vilasa valguhasa Lalita vivilasa valguhasa Pranaya nirikshana kalpito rumana कृतमनुकृतवती उन्मदान्धा प्रकृतिमगन् किल यस्य गोपबद्ध प्रकृति ललितगतिविलासवल्गुहासा ललित प्रणयनिरीक्षणकल्पितोरुमाना कृतमनुकृतवती उन्मदान्धा प्रकृतिमगन् किल यस्य गोपवद्वः ललितगतिविलासवल्गुहासा प्रणयनिरीक्षणकल्पितोरुमाना कृतमनुकृतवती उन्मदान्धा प्रकृतिमगन् किल यस्य गोपवद्वः What told meaning? Lalita, attractive. Gati, movements. Vilasa, fascinating acts. Valguhasa, sweet smiling. Pranaya, loving. Nirikshana, looking upon. Kalpita, mentality. Urumanaha, highly glorified. Kritamanu Kritavatya, in the act of copying the movements. Unmada Andaha, Anda, gone mad in ecstasy. Prakritim, characteristics. Agan, underwent. Kila, certainly. Yasya, whose. Gopavadvaha, the cowherd damsels. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Let my mind be fixed upon Lord Sri Krishna, whose motions and smiles of love attracted the damsels of Rajadham, the gopis. The damsels imitated the characteristic movements of the Lord after his disappearance from the rasa dance. The intense ecstasy in loving service. By intense ecstasy in loving service, the damsels of Rajbhumi attained qualitative oneness with the Lord by dancing with him on an equal level, embracing him in nuptial love, smiling at him in joke, and looking at him with a loving attitude. The relation of the Lord with Arjuna is undoubtedly praiseworthy for devotees like Bhishma Deva. But the relation of the gopis with the Lord is still more praiseworthy because of their still more purified loving service. By the grace of the Lord, Arjuna was fortunate enough to have the fraternal service of the Lord as chariot driver. But the Lord did not award Arjuna with equal strength. The gopis, however, practically became one with the Lord, the attainment of equal footing with the Lord. Bhishma's aspiration to embrace Bhishma's aspiration to remember the gopis is a prayer to have their mercy also at the last stage of his life. The Lord is satisfied more when his pure devotees are glorified, and therefore Bhishma Deva has not only glorified the acts of Arjuna, his immediate object of attraction, but has also remembered the gopis, who were endowed with unrivaled opportunities by rendering loving service to the Lord. The gopis' equality with the Lord should never be misunderstood to be like the Sahaja liberation of the impersonalist. The equality is one of perfect ecstasy, where the differential conception is completely eradicated for the interests of the lover and the beloved become identical. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा तथा ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनामने गौरसे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गे राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं भङ्गं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्प्रभातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदिनकारणं परमात्मादं श्रीकृष्णं. Hare Krishna. So welcome all the devotees for Sunday morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today we're discussing from Canto 1, Chapter 9, text number 40. So Bhishma Deva is on his deathbed and is remembering the pastimes of Lord Krishna. Krishna is in front of Bhishma Deva, who has mercifully Krishna has mercifully come to give his darshan to Bhishma at the last moment. This is the perfection of life, to remember Krishna at the last moment. So, and Krishna is personally coming with all the devotees, all the sages of the universe have assembled there, and they are witnessing the great departure of Bhishma Deva. So, so today will be a short class, half an hour. So then we have Smriti Sabha, and then we have a college event here. So I'll try to be more specific to the purport and discuss points which Srila Prabhupada mentions in today's purport. So Bhishma Deva here is remembering the gopis of Vrindavan. Bhishma Deva is in a relationship of Virya Rasa with the Lord on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. But he is remembering the gopis and glorifying the devotion of the gopis here. And Srila Prabhupada mentions that Bhishma Deva here is telling us that gopis are the topmost devotees of Lord Krishna. Now, Bhishma glorified Arjuna before, as few verses before that, how Krishna became the chariot driver of Arjuna. He was sitting down and driving the chariot, and Arjuna is sitting behind and fighting. So Krishna took an inferior position to Arjuna, being captured by the devotion of Arjuna towards Krishna. So Krishna is Bhakta Vatsala. So Krishna likes to serve his devotees and takes a position inferior to the devotees, like serving Arjuna here. And sometimes he carries the footwear of Nanda Maharaj on his head. Another episode, you will see that Krishna is washing the lotus feet of Sudama and glorifying Sudama and receiving him in his palace. So Krishna becomes captivated by the love of his devotees and becomes subordinate to the love of his devotees. So few verses before, Bhishma Dev glorified Arjuna in that way. But now here he is glorifying the gopis in a very extraordinary way by telling that Krishna awarded the gopis which he did not award anybody else. Because of their super excellent devotion, Krishna gave his own qualities to the gopis. All the arts which Krishna performs, all the gopis also have those arts. Like Krishna dances expertly, is Nataraj. So gopis also can match Krishna's dance with the same speed, same movement, same. Uh, so like in Rasalila, Krishna was dancing with all the gopis. He expanded into millions of forms. And it's not that Krishna trained them before and then they danced. No. Krishna gave his own qualities to the gopis because their devotion is so high, so intense. So that's what Srila Vishnu Chakra Thakur mentions here. So the position of the gopis is very, very high. And Krishna also, to please the gopis, used to perform various acts. Like here it is said, Lalita Gati, Vilasa, Valguhasa, Pranaya Nirikshana. Right? Lalita Gati means attractive movements. So Krishna stands in Tribhanga Lalita form. Right? With like our Radha Vinodji is standing. That's Tribhanga Lalita form. Threefold bending form. Right? The feet are bent, the waist is bent, and the neck is bent. Threefold bending form and very attractive. And the gopis see this form, their mind goes mad, unmadanda. And when they hear Krishna's flute song, they go mad for Krishna. And when they see his smile, they go even mad, right? Like this episode of Raslila is also being described here. If you read that pastime in 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said that once Krishna stood under a tree called Vamshivata tree in Vrindavan, and it was Purnima night, it was full moon night, and the full moon was illuminating Krishna's face, and his lips, which are reddish, they were shining. And then at that time, Krishna kept the flute on his lips and blew his air, his prema, through the holes of the flute. And that sound which emanated from the flute spread across Vrindavan. And whoever heard that flute sound became completely captivated by the sound of that flute. It is said that Yamuna, who was flowing very fast, became slow. Right? If there are some birds who are chirping, they became silent to hear Krishna's sound. Right? So everybody stopped whatever they were doing and became attracted to that flute sound of Krishna. And the gopis also, they were at home. And when they heard Krishna's flute sound, immediately they stopped whatever they were doing. And their mind became captivated by the sound, and they were attracted, they were pulled towards Krishna in the middle of the night. And then all the gopis start going. Everybody wanted to go, but some could go and some could not go. Right? Because there's a wonderful explanation given by the acharyas why some could go and why some could not go. But the point is that gopis, they left whatever they were doing and they started going towards Krishna near Vamshivat. And some of them were stopped by the relatives. You should not go. It's middle of the night. It is dark. Where are you going? So they forcibly stopped them. Right? And they locked the door. And these gopis who could not go, they start crying in separation from Krishna, thinking about Krishna. They were still hearing the sound of the flute and they're crying for Krishna. And in this way, their eagerness to meet Krishna intensified by that obstacle which came. And then all the gopis come towards Krishna and they see the beautiful form of Krishna in Vamshivat playing his flute. Actually, when they were going, one gopi is telling to another gopi, please don't go. If you want to really be happy in this material world, please don't go there. So that's what they start telling. Why they told like that? Why one gopi is telling another gopi, don't go? Because when you see the threefold bending form of Krishna, he is so attractive that you will forget all material attachments. All your material attachments in this material world will be gone. You'll forget all of them. And then you'll be only thinking of Krishna. So please don't go. The beautiful verse written, I think it's Srila Rupa Goswami who writes. Kindly repeat this verse. Smeram bhangi traya parichitam sachi vistirna drishtim vamsi न्यस्थाधर kishalayam ujjwalam chandrakena गोविन्दाख्यां हरितनुमिता केशितीर्थोपकण्ठे मा प्रेक्षिष्ठास्तव यदि सखे बन्धुसङ्गे स्थिरङ्गः. My dear friend, if you are indeed attached to your worldly friends, do not look at the smiling face of Lord Govinda as he stands on the bank of the Yamuna at Keshigat, casting sidelong glances. He places his flute to his lips, which seem like newly blossomed twigs. His transcendental body, bending in three places, appears very bright in the moonlight. So this quoted in Sri Bhakti Rasa Amrita Sindhu by Sri Rupa Goswami. So the meaning of this is that Krishna is so attractive that when you see Krishna's beauty, you don't want to see any other beauty. Or if you want to explain the other way, if somebody is attracted to the beauty of this material world, means he has not seen the beauty of Krishna. He is not yet attracted to the beauty of Krishna. That's why he is attracted to the beauty of his material world. Like that famous story of in Sri Rangam, there was one person called Dhanurdas. Right? It is said that he was walking on the street along with his lover, and Lord Ranganatha's procession was passing nearby. It passed on the road, and a lot of music and mantras being chanted, and Lord is being carried on a palki, four people are carrying, and this everybody is looking at the Lord except this person. Except this person, everybody is looking at the Lord and participating in the procession. But then Ramanujacharya witnessed the scene, and he said, "Call that person." Because everybody is looking at the Lord, but this person looking at the face of this his friend, girlfriend. And Ramana said, "This person requires some mercy, no? Please call him." He was called, and he asked, "So why are you looking at the face like that? Lord's procession is going on. You should participate in the festival." Then he honestly replied, he said that I have never seen such beautiful eyes. And the eyes she has, the most beautiful. I have never seen such beautiful eyes. So that's why I got attracted, and I was seeing the eyes of that girl. So then Ramanujara says, if I show you more beautiful eyes, what will you do? And he said, yeah, I will see those eyes. And he said, come tomorrow morning at 7:30 to ISKCON Cultural Center. So then he said, come to Sri Ranganatha temple for morning darshan. So then he went there at the time when Aarti was about to begin. In South Indian temples, everything is dark, only some lamps are being lit. So when they do Aarti, they show the Aarti to the feet of the Lord, then to the navel of the Lord, then to the face of the Lord. So when they are showing the Aarti, that time we can actually see all the features of the Lord. So this person was standing uh, near the altar at the entrance, and Ramacharya prayed to the Lord, "Oh Lord, please show him your divine eyes. Your divine eyes, please give him the darshan." So then Lord Ranganatha, being pleased with the prayer of Ramanujacharya, he revealed his divine beauty to this person, divine eyes of the Lord, which are like lotus petals, big eyes, lotus petals, which are touching the ears. No? So when Dhanuruddha saw this beauty of Lord Ranganatha, he completely got captivated with the beauty of Lord Ranganatha. And that day he became a devotee of Lord Ranganatha. This is what happens. So his material attachment was cut off and his spiritual attachment began. His attachment to Krishna began. And later on, Ramanujacharya said, you both of you get married and serve Krishna. So both of them became very great devotees of Lord Ranganatha. And here also, the gopis are telling, one gopi is saying to other gopi, please don't look at Krishna. So should we look at Krishna or not look at Krishna? So there is a sarcastic way of telling, the way of telling that you should go and see Krishna. Because material attachments lead to misery. Material enjoyment leads to misery. This material world is dukhalayam ashashvatam. Why should we be attached to this world which is miserable and which is temporary? Let's get attracted to Krishna, and let's go back to Krishna's abode, the spiritual world. So in this way, the gopis are telling like that. And when gopis came to Krishna, then Krishna, uh, to fulfill the desire, he expanded himself into millions of forms and started dancing. And it is said that Krishna made everyone feel that he is with that particular gopi only. That's Krishna's vibhuti. That everybody felt Krishna is with me only, not with others. So that's how Krishna made everyone feel. So this goes to show that Krishna is personally available for each and every one of us. And sometimes we have a conception of God that God is very busy. He has to create the millions of universes. He has to maintain the millions of universes. Then he has to also destroy the millions of universes. So he must be very busy. And he has to uh, also kill Rakshasas. And some devotees are praying, he has to go to bless them. So will Krishna listen to me? So people have such a question. Yes, Krishna listen to us. He is available for each and every one of us. So God is not a busy person. Actually, God does all the work with his energies. His energies can do everything. And what Krishna is doing? Krishna is only reciprocating with the love of his devotees. That's all. So that's why Krishna is called as Rasaraj. He is Rasaraj. He is a reservoir of all rasas. Akhila Rasamrita Murtihi, nectar of devotion, says, Rupa Goswami defines Krishna as Akhila Rasamrita Murti, reservoir of all rasas. Even the Vedas say, right? Raso Vai Saha. Saha. No, Krishna is full of all rasas. Rasam hi evayam labdha anandi bhavati. And when we attain that little bit drop of that rasa, service to Krishna, anandi bhavati, we become happy. Right? There's some sound problem. Sound is clear? Yeah, okay. So when we get that service to Krishna, that makes us completely satisfied. And the topmost expression of that rasa is with the gopis of Vrindavan. So we have five rasas: Shanta rasa, Dasya rasa, Sakhya rasa, Vatsala rasa, and Madhurya rasa. So Madhurya rasa is the highest. It's the most intense, most thick. Just like those who have studied the process of creation, right? First there is ether, and from ether comes air, then comes fire, then comes water, then comes earth. Okay. In earth, all the five features of air, water, fire, space, it's there. But in ether, earth element is not there. Similarly, in Dasya Dasa, servitude is there. In uh, Sakhya Rasa, servitude with fraternity, friendship is there. Then in Vatsalya Rasa, there is uh, Dasya plus fraternity plus Vatsalya. And in Madhurya Rasa, all is present. And that's why that love is more intense, more thick. Like Acharya give another example of milk. Milk is sweet, very nice. But when milk you condense it, it becomes rabdi. Which is sweeter, milk or rabdi? Rabdi. And you condense it even more and make it peda. Which is more sweeter, peda or rabdi or milk? Okay. Peda. So, so rasas are like this: Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. The intensity of servitude and intensity of love keeps increasing and increasing and increasing till it reaches its peak. So that is Madhurya Rasa. So that's why Srila Bhishma Deva is glorifying the gopis of Vrindavan as the topmost devotees. Even Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says, Ramya Kachitupasana Vrajavadhu Vargenaya Kalpita. Right? Ramya Kachitupasana Vrajavadhu Vargenaya Kalpita. Means worshipping Krishna in the mood of gopis is the highest. Right? And this is the verdict of Srimad Bhagavatam and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? So gopis are the topmost devotees of the Lord. Let's see here. Let my mind be fixed upon Sri Krishna, Lord Sri Krishna, whose motions and smiles of love attracted the damsels of Vrajabhumi. Right? I described how Krishna's flute sound attracted all the gopis and they came. The damsels imitated the characteristic movements of the Lord after his disappearance from the rasa dance. Okay. So that is described in Srimad Bhagavatam. It is said that when Krishna danced, one night of Brahma appeared. So one night appeared like one night of Brahma. So Krishna can expand time because he is time. Kalosmi, he says. So Krishna expanded the time, and this one night became like one night of Brahma, and all the gopis were very satisfied. It is spiritual dance. It is not a material dance, right? It is the relationship on a spiritual platform. The gopis, Acharya has also described that when gopis left homes to Krishna, they went in their spiritual body and material body remained here at home. So Krishna danced with the gopis in the spiritual body, not in the material body, right? Not like what happens in the college, like Dandiya dance. So boys and girls get dance together and they end up in illicit relationship. But that's not like that. So the purest love, the relation with Krishna and gopis, when it's perverted in this material world, becomes man-woman relationship. In its purest form, it is Radha Krishna's relationship. So when Krishna was dancing at one point of time, the Krishna understood, felt that the gopis have become little proud that I am possessing Krishna. Krishna is with me. So at that time, Krishna, to it is said in Srimad Bhagavatam that to curb the pride of gopis, he suddenly disappeared. He disappeared into the forest, and the gopis they started searching where is Krishna, where is Krishna, where is Krishna. They looked here and there in the bushes, in the mountain, in the trees, under the trees, here and there. So they could not find Krishna anywhere. So at that time, they started imitating Krishna because they were so much in love with Krishna that they could not bear this separation. They started imitating Krishna's activities so that they can remember Krishna. They started enacting Krishna's pastimes also sometimes. And after some time, actually, it is said that even Krishna left all the gopis and went with Srimati Radharani. Anaya radito nunam Bhagavan Haririshraha Yanno Vihaya Govinda Pritoyam Anayadraha. Because Srimati Radharani is the best devotee of Sri Krishna. Krishna only went with her. And later on, all the gopis start singing Gopi Gitam. It's a very famous song. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavibhiriditam kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadatam Bhuvi Grananti Bhuridajana. So the gopis sang these verses one after other. Each gopi sang different verses in this Gopi Gitam, and then uh, Krishna, hearing their call, Krishna again appeared, and they all became very ecstatic, seeing Krishna appear in that rasa dance. So Bhishma Deva is remembering this on his deathbed, with all the every inch of his body pierced with arrows and blood oozing out of it, and in such pain, but still Bhishma Deva glorified and remembered the gopis. Why he remembered? Because the relation of the Lord with Arjuna is undoubtedly praiseworthy for devotees like Bhishma. But the relation of the gopis with the Lord is still more praiseworthy because of their still more purified loving service. Because the gopis were very pure. Bhishma's aspiration to remember the gopis is a prayer to have their mercy also at the last stage of his life. Okay, he wanted to attract the grace of the gopis so that gopis pray for me, then it will be easy for me to go back to God. So we should not only remember Krishna, but we should also remember the devotees of Krishna. If we have devotees surrounding us at the time of our departure, we are very fortunate because devotees will help us to remember Krishna. So that will be our good fortune. So we should pray to the Lord, oh Lord, please give me the association of devotees because it will be easy for me to remember Krishna. If you see in Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a constant theme. Parikshit Maharaj is praying, please give me association of devotees. Dhruva Maharaj is praying, please give me association of your devotees. Bhuyad Ananta Mahatam Amalashayanam. He says, I want the association of pure devotees. Amalashayanam, whose heart is pure. Vritrasura is praying, please give me association of devotees. Prahlad Maharaj is telling, please give me association of devotees like Narada Muni. So in this way, all pure devotees are praying for association of other pure devotees. There is a constant theme in Srimad Bhagavatam. The Lord is standing in front of them, but what they are praying? Please give me association of devotees. भगवान सामने खड़े हैं. भगवान से क्या मांग रहे हैं? भक्तों का संचय. So this is a constant aspiration of devotees. So here Bhishma Dev is also remembering the gopis and praying for their mercy. The Lord is satisfied more when his pure devotees are glorified. And therefore Bhishma Deva has not only glorified the acts of Arjuna, his immediate object of attraction, but has also remembered the gopis who are endowed with unrivaled opportunities by rendering loving service to the Lord. So this is a specific position of the gopis. And Prabhupada says that they had actually become one with Krishna. Right? If you see this verse, it says, Prabhupada adds here. Yeah, by intense ecstasy and loving service, the damsels of Rajamuni attain qualitative oneness with the Lord by dancing with him on an equal level, embracing him in nuptial love, smiling at him in joke, and looking at him with loving attitude. So this oneness is not like merging with Krishna. Oneness in quality or oneness in desire. Right? So there is another oneness which Mayavadis speak about, and that oneness is Jiva and Paramatma becomes one, and the Jiva loses his identity. That's what Mayavadis say. Right? But devotees, we say we never lose our identity. We maintain our identity as the servant of Krishna and we serve Krishna. We become one in interest with Krishna, not one as a person in Krishna. No, we become one in interest. So that is oneness here, which is mentioned. Prabhupada at the end also he speaks about it. The equality is one of perfect ecstasy where the differential conception is completely eradicated. For the interests of the lover and the beloved become identical. So as devotees, we should also become one in interest with Guru and Krishna. Whatever is the interest of Guru, that should become our interest. Whatever is the interest of Krishna, that should become our interest. Then we are devotees. But if you maintain any separate interest than pleasing Guru and Krishna, then we are not pure devotees because we are maintaining separate interest. That's called pratak bhava. Pratak. In Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, this word is used. Pratak means having independent mentality, separatist mentality. So we should be in line with the interest of Guru and Krishna. For that, we should hear from Guru and know what Guru wants me to do. And when we exactly do what Guru wants me to do, then we are one in interest with Guru. But if the disciple does something which he wants to do and not caring for the instructions of Guru, then he is separate in interest with Guru. So, and that is not pleasing to the spiritual master. And he may be thinking that I'm doing some sort of service, but actually is not pleasing Guru and Krishna. So we should endeavor in such a way that we please Guru and Krishna. So gopis have that highest love where they want to please Krishna only. So last one story I would like to say. at how gopis wanted to please Krishna at any cost. At this famous story where Krishna had a headache. And Narada Muni came to Krishna and Krishna was holding his hand like this. He said, "What happened, Krishna? I'm having headache. Is it? Shall I get some Vaidya to put some ointment?" No, no, no. I took all medicines. It's not going away. Now, what should I do? I will need the dust of the devotees. Then my headache will go away. And then Narada Muni went searching. Prabhu, can you please give me your dust? For what, Prabhu? To put on Krishna's head. Oh, no, 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 no. That's offense. I'll go to hell if I do that. I can't give. So he went to all the sages, all the rishis, all the devotees, uh, in all the holy places. Nobody gave dust. Finally, Narada came to Vrindavan, hoping that in Vrindavan he'll get something. And he came to gopis of Vrindavan and asked, told that Krishna is having headache. Is it? Krishna is having headache. How can we solve that headache? And Narada said, by giving the dust of your feet. Is it? Okay, take. So whatever dust was there under their feet, they gave it to Narada Muni in a packet and then said, take it. Then Narada Muni said, don't you know what is going to happen? You're putting your dust on Krishna's head. Then Gopi said, yeah, we know we'll go to hell, but we are ready to go to hell eternally if this dust can relieve Krishna's headache for a moment. So that much love they had for Krishna. So Chaitanya Charitamrita very beautifully describes this love of the gopis. As with Adi Leela chapter 4, chapter 5, where the confidential reasons for Lord Chaitanya's appearance is described. This is explained in very detail how the love of gopis is spotless. It is the most pure. It's like pure molten gold without any impurity. That much pure love is this. There is no desire of uh, sense pleasure in that. There is no kama. There is completely prema in the gopis. So in this way we can uh, pray for the mercy of the gopis. Ei nivedana dharo, sakir anugata koro, seva adhikar diye koro nijada. So we pray that we get service of to assist the gopis of Vrindavan. So that is a prayer which we sing every day morning. That position also very, 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 very high. Very, very, very high. So we just should aspire to become servant of the servant of the servant. So prayer of Kulshekar Maharaj is there. Tadbhritya bhritya paricharaka bhritya bhritya bhrityasya bhritya iti mam smralokanata. Hey Lokanatha Krishna, please make me a servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. So who is the greatest devotee? One who serves the new devotee. He is the greatest devotee. A devotee who can even serve a new person who is coming to the temple. Just very neophyte devotee. He is a great devotee because he is becoming the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. Generally, we want to serve whom Guru Maharaj is coming. I want to serve him personally. That's becoming a servant of Guru. But if you serve his servants, then servant of the servant. Then if you serve the servants of the servant, then it's like servant of the servant of the servant. So Krishna looks at that position. Okay, who is the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant? So that is the aspiration we should have. Okay, I pause here because we have a lot of activities now. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Bhishma Dev ki jai. No questions. We can continue the program. Yeah. There is no time.